back to the second David 67 Celtic News YouTube channel video of the day. As I mentioned in the first video of today, which is still slowly loading itself onto YouTube as we speak, I did mention that I was going, if time permitted, to have a wee look at a potential signing for Celtic in the next winter transfer window, to take over the number 6 role, a sort of midfield enforcer, defensive midfield role, to allow players such as McGregor, Hatate, O'Riley to move further forward, assuming that O'Riley stays with us. As it does look like there are a lot of teams looking to sign Matt O'Riley to help their push towards Champions League, or help their push towards European qualification, etc. Teams such as Arsenal, Newcastle, West Ham, all said to be very closely interested in signing Matt O'Riley, and so it may well be that we do need to look to definitely bring in another quality midfielder. And for me, the Hatate, McGregor, Bernardo, Oden, Thiago Holm are all better playing in that further forward role. I think McGregor is slightly wasted playing in the deeper role that Rodgers has primarily played him all season, due to his reluctance to ever even consider Tomoki Iwata until very recently. When, of course, Iwata unfortunately got injured early in the Feyenoord match, having played well briefly against St Johnstone, and then well against Hibs as well. However, coming back to the purpose of today's video, I've been looking at various different scouting videos to try and cover the 3 positions I think Celtic need to reinforce and strengthen in the next transfer window. The number 1 position, goalkeeper, number 6, and the number 9 role. Talked quite a lot regarding Kiesgaard and Van Hooijdonk, Shanklin, Miovski in previous videos, so looking really at that midfield enforcer role. Looking at a Scott Brown, Neil Lennon, Paul Lambert, Victor Wanyama type role. An earlier video looked at Ardon Jashari, a very talented young Swiss player who is currently captain of Luzern in the Swedish top league, captain of them even though he's only 21. He's broken into the full Swiss international squad and is said to be a potential future superstar of the future. I think he would tick the box of being a player ready to start straight away for Celtic, a player who could make a real difference and strengthen that midfield and protect the defence in Scottish matches and European matches. It may be that Jashiri wouldn't be looking to come to Celtic to further his career, and so another interesting player that's cropped up on my research is a young player called Hayden Hackney, currently playing for Middlesborough in the English Championship. He's a 21-year-old. He is currently an England under-21 international, having played 5 times for them, but interestingly also played 2 times for Scotland under-21, and apparently has a Scottish mum from Edinburgh, and so moving to Scotland would potentially be an option for this man, and also moving up a level of football, moving into regular European football, would certainly solidify and improve his career. He looks like a player in kind of a mix of McGregor and O'Riley. He plays defensive midfield primarily for England under-21s, playing in that position 4 times out of 5. He plays slightly more advanced for Middlesbrough, more of a central midfielder. He has played as an attacking midfielder in the past also, and so would look to be a player that Celtic could use in that number 6 role, pushing forward McGregor, Hatate, etc. I'm going to pop in a wee excerpt of a scouting video from Ultras FC TV, who have previously shared videos of their scouting to be included in these videos, and we'll have a wee quick chat regarding Hayden Hackney after we've had a look at the video. Great, so hopefully you enjoyed that video. Now, just looking at a couple of stats for Hayden Hackney. This season for Middlesbrough, the Championship in England, played 20 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, has 5 yellow cards over the course of his career for Middlesbrough. 61 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, and 15 yellow cards. Clearly a player who, from the video, very good at tackling, very good at intercepting, very good anticipation skills, has a tremendous engine and energy to get from box to box, very good at covering back, supporting the defence, picking up balls on his own box, also able to play that sort of quarterback role, hitting short and long passes, good balls through the defence, which I think would serve Kyogo very well, and kind of takes us back to the sorts of passes people such as Jota, O'Riley, Hatate and McGregor were using last season to great effect to help Kyogo score so many goals last season. I think Hackney has a lot of those skills. Very good in the challenge, very strong holding off other players, very good at out-muscling players. From the fact he's got quite a number of yellow cards this season and over his career, it certainly sounds like he's a player very good at mixing it with opponents. Probably needs to improve his finishing a wee bit more. However, does show good skills at direct free kicks, which may well be a very important talent for Celtic as well, as really only Lewis Palmer of our current usual first choice 11 is well skilled at corners and direct free kicks. And I certainly see Hackney being a potential player that would come into Celtic, starting straight away, being able to cover 2 or 3 different positions. I think it would also allow Callum McGregor and tactics to push that a wee bit further forward, which I think they're actually far better at. I think he actually would make Celtic a stronger side. Just looking at his height and weight, he actually compares extremely closely to Scott Brown, who of course was a recent version of that style of player. Hackney around about 5'9", 74 kilos, which is the same height as Scott Brown and actually a wee bit heavier than Scott Brown. Doesn't look quite so chunky as Scott Brown, but clearly from videos and his stats, etc., is a powerful, strong player. And I think he actually would do very well at Celtic. Transfer value said to be around about 7 million. I think the prospect of coming to Scotland, with the prospect of league titles, trophies, European football, might well tempt Hackney at this point in his career, push himself forward, and help his transition from under-21 football for England into higher levels of English football. Do pop your own comments into the comment section after you've had a look at the scouting video and what you think of him, whether he's a potential Celtic player, whether he's quite the player that we're looking for in that number 6 role. I certainly think Ardon Jashari, the Swiss, played at Luzern, and Hayden Hackney from Middlesbrough, both are equally good options for Celtic. Both I think are players with good current ability and great potential. And I think they're both difference makers who could get better and better and better for Celtic. So very much follows the mould that Celtic have been employing the last 10 years or so regarding young players and moving them forward to the benefit of them and their team. So, finish off today's video there and then. As I say, as always, do pop your comments and opinions into the comment section. Happy to discuss, debate and feedback. If you haven't already, do consider clicking that subscribe button. Give me a nice early Christmas present. So, goodbye and hail, hail.